It's rather interesting that Mr. Porter just mentioned the Oneida County Fair as the Boonville Oneida County Fair, because I was rather troubled the other day, and I would hope that the rest of the Utica delegation here would join me in this when I read an article in the Observer-Dispatch talking about the road race limiting the mention of Utica. Now, I saw the article today where they, and I'm happy to see it, but I think it's still worth noting that there is still that mindset of eliminating the Utica name from many, many things across this city and this county. And while they do it, and I can cite several examples, including the water, Mohawk Valley Red Cross, used to be Utica's. Utica no longer has a Utica Chamber of Commerce. It's now the Mohawk Valley Chamber of Commerce. And fortunately, Rome has been very fortunate, and I'm happy for them because they've kept their identity. But Utica's has been erased. And that's the problem with thinking regional when people tell me to think regional. I don't think anyone's really, over the years, and no one in particular, but has grasped what real regionalization is. Because to me, it's just ripped down Utica. And I was happy to see the former mayor come out and speak against this. And I was happy to see our current mayor today come out and inform us that this was not going to be the case. But I think we all need to keep our eyes on that and really watch this, because this is just yet another indicator. And in other business, I want to discuss today, unfortunately, I was at the doctor's, but I got a phone call. There was an Economic Development Committee meeting, and I had a resolution before that committee speaking about, which was very simple, quite frankly, and asked for every 6 months to have a written financial report submitted by Mohawk Valley Edge, our main economic development agency. And on May 14th of this year, we had a long, I believe almost 45-minute debate here on this floor about this. Mr. DeMille was here. And the continued argument from everybody, vehemently at times, was that they are open and accountable. They answer any and all questions. They give us reports. Well, they give us what they want to give us, but they're not mandated to. Now, somebody told me that this went against the contract. I thought I submitted it as amendment. If I need to resubmit it in another form, I hope legal counsel, I'll ask after this meeting if that's the case, if it was submitted in the wrong form. And I'll resubmit it, and I'll keep trying. Until then, if need be, I will pay out of my own pocket to hire an attorney and to see what other kind of recourse I can have and investigate possibly the agency. And if nothing happens, then great. But if it does, I'll pursue it to the proper avenue. And finally, one last thing I want to address is yet another letter that I received in my mailbox today that all of you received. And we've talked a lot about the RFP process lately. There's been a lot of discussion about this, whether or not we followed the proper procedure, what's the right procedure. And with all due respect, from the county legislator from, I believe, the 19th district. And it was rather interesting to me because I think I'm going to have it framed and bronzed, because it is the perfect example of why people have lost trust in government. They're sick of partisan politics and the tit for tat. I'm going to read one line. I believe that our current policy of advertising for one day is not sufficient to inform the area's real estate agents and owners seeking tenants. But I also feel that the request to extend the advertising period to 5 days is far too long and expensive. We're talking a 4-day difference here. This is a perfect example of it's not my idea, it's not the right idea. So what do you want to do? Meet halfway, 2.5 days. I think we did some research. It was about $107 for a 5-day request for a proposal. If that was done, we may just have saved $20,000 on that recent property that has been the topic of this discussion. We may have. We could send out, like I said in caucus, 100 of them. We may not save anything for 100, but on that 99th or that 100th one, we can end up with a proposal that saves us $100,000. That's well worth it. And it's also honest, open, transparent, fair government. That's the way we should be doing it, and we should be advertising in all the local newspapers, not just one of them. The ODs should be advertised in as well. I'm not sure if they were. It was my understanding it was only, RFP was in one day in the Rome Sentinel. I don't know. But I found that humorous. And I yield the floor. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Motion.